Hey, how's everybody doing out there today? Man, you guys ready for this week 11 fantasy football week? I'm doing this last second Sunday morning. Good morning. It's time for some football, and it's gonna be a crazy week. A lot on the line for some of you guys, and in general, we're 3 weeks away from playoffs. We welcome to week 11. And it's been up and down season. We're here near the end of the tunnel, at least before we enter the Coliseum, the playoffs. Man, it's gonna be a crazy finish line, and I'm excited to tell y'all what I think about this week's matchups and just over our standings. Kick it off with our standings. Week 10 was an interesting week. The stronger teams got separated a little bit, and the lower teams are fighting amongst themselves, and basically the only real changes in the standings that happened last week was the 7 seed and 9 seed. George and the Team Pritz team kind of swapped places there. George now 7 seed, and the Pritzes are now the 9 seed. Other than that, not a whole lot shaked up, but opportunities are now thinner, harder to come by. With 3 weeks left before the playoffs, every game really matters. And with that, we can jump right into our Week 11 matchups. Kicking it off with our Week 1, we have our match number 1. We have the Silicon Valley 319ers, number 1 seed, going against the bye week, the 7th seed. And our birdie points on the board, looks like DK Metcalf had a solid Thursday night performance, putting up 12.1 points. George still has his whole roster ready to unload. George's team will be carried by Matt Ryan, Derrick Henry, and Terry McLaurin. And also Adam Thielen was a great matchup there too against Dallas. And Riley will be relying on Cam Newton, James Conner, and Todd Gurley. Known for his receivers, looks like the rest of his team will be carrying the load this week. And it looks like, some definitely good matchups for his receivers. Mark Cooper against Minnesota. And DK Metcalf already went off. Marvin Jones, solid play against Carolina. Riley's team is solid as ever. Can George take him down? That is the question. I think it's going to be close, honestly. Projections have Riley with the edge of 114 to 110. And that's pretty. I think both these teams will score over 100 points. And it's tough to predict. I think the only reason why I'm going to lean Riley here is because of that Derrick Henry against Baltimore. It's a tough matchup. I think George needs a huge game by Derrick Henry to keep up with Riley in this one. So with that, I'm going to lean Riley to take down George. Unfortunately, number 1 seed will not go down this week, but I hope to be wrong. Please prove me wrong, George. Moving on to our second matchup. We have the Styrian Ravers at 8th seed going against Shadow Man Big Ballas, the 2 seed. This one already has points on the board, 17.2. Manfred lead over Edwin, 7.6. Thursday night was a disappointing night for DeAndre Hopkins and a great night for Tyler Lockett. And so about 10 points separate this team and solidly between the receiver position. Manfred's team will be carried by Big Ben, Nick Chubb, and Aaron Jones, with Edwin's team is going to rely on Ezekiel Elliott, Will Fuller, and T. Higgins to have another big game. T. Higgins has been kind of a surprise pickup. Definitely a good play, week in, week out. But it looks like Edwin forgot to start a QB and tight end this week. Now, this is about an hour before kickoff, so we'll see if that changes. If that doesn't change, this is going to be an easy win for Manfred. And this is a big game for Manfred. Manfred needs the wins to keep his playoff hopes alive. And I like Manfred's team a lot here. He's got Nick Chubb, Kalen Ballage, Aaron Jones. Great running back plays this week. Aaron Jones was a tougher matchup against Indiana, but still, Aaron Jones, he's Aaron Jones. He can go off anytime. I give the edge easily to Manfred in this matchup. I think Manfred takes this and knocks the 2 seed down a bit. Let's go, Manfred. Picking you to win it, brother. All right, moving on to our Week 11 match 3. We have Andrews Dunder Mifflin, the 3rd seed, going against Team Pritz across the Schroeders, the 9th seed at 3 and 7. Big week for Team Pritz here, one of the highest scoring teams in the league, but with the unfortunate curse of their opponent showing up, having a season high performance against them week in, week out. Will that streak continue? Man, it's tough matchup here. Andrew with the Mahomes and Tyreek Hill stack back at full force against Raiders defense, which is definitely iffy. He has Alvin Kamara home against Atlanta, which is a great play. Juju Smith-Schuster and Chase Claypool against Jacksonville, 2 great plays with plus matchups. Sitting Calvin Ridley, that's why not? Honestly, when you have this stacked of a receiver core. Andrew's team just stacked this week, especially more than other weeks, I would say. So let's see what Team Pritz can do. Their team could rely heavily on Delvin Cook, Mike Davis, and Derek Carr, with Travis Kelce definitely worthy of mention. So like the Team Pritz, they have a great team. I mean, Delvin Cook against Dallas, you're gonna want that in every DFS play. He's gonna go off. He could have another like 40 plus performance, and he's gonna need that to keep up with this matchup. You can need Mike Davis to go against the worst running back defense to go off. DJ Chark, he's definitely interesting play. He could have a great game, could have a nothing game. Justin Jefferson could have a great matchup against Dallas too. Deontay Johnson against Jacksonville. Terry Renfro, a little bit iffy of a play, definitely not big of a names as the other players, but you're going to need Hunter Renfro and Derek Carr to keep up with Patrick Mahomes. It could be an interesting play if the Raiders can do what they did last time they played the Chiefs. This could be a very close matchup actually, but I mean statistically it looks like Andrew has the edge here, but projections actually have Team Pritz 127.6 to Andrew's 126, so a slight edge to Team Pritz here. I mean, this is pretty much a playoff game for Team Gratz, and I'm rooting for them to take down another one of the top seeds, but I don't want to. This one's tough. Oh man, what am I gonna do? I think. Can they pull something crazy here? I wish they can. I really am rooting for them. I'm rooting for them this whole week, man. I want to see Team Pritz just have some redemption. I swear, every week, I've never seen it this bad in any league, where like the team they play every week, it just happens to be the highest scoring team of the week, and it's a different team every week, and it's an anomaly. It's something crazy. Like if you look at it, you'll see it too. Like if you look at it, I don't know. I don't know that's like against Andrew's team though. Like that's the one team in this league, other than maybe Yassine's team, who can probably hit that 140 to 150 mark. Christian Kirk off to a slow start. Definitely some more of that. I think Derek Carr. It's going to come down to Derek Carr. If Derek Carr has a great game, they can win it. I think Team Gratz can win it with a great Derek Carr performance. Obviously, with Dalvin Cook and Mike Davis going off, Justin Jefferson, Deontay Johnson going off, they could need all that to happen. I think if Carr has a great game, Team Pritz chance to pull it off. Raider Nation, stand tall. I'm gonna pick Team Gratz just because I want them to win. I want them to take down just a top seed guy. I mean, statistically, I think Andrew has. Andrew's probably statistically the favorite one to win. But I'm gonna go with Team Graz here. That's my picks. Moving on to match number 4, we have Yassin SoCal Gladiators taking on G's Bay Area, the team, the 6 seed 5 seed. Both teams at 5-5. This one's the middle of the pack battle, and looks like Yassin's gonna rely heavily on Tom Brady, Davante Adams, and Keenan Allen. Well, Josh Jacobs actually. Those are the top 4 for Yassin, and G will be relying on Justin Herbert, Julio Jones, Cooper Kupp, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And actually not Kareem Hunt has a slight edge in projections. But yeah, damn, this is another really close matchup. Projections have G 121 and 118. I guess standout players here: Davante Adams against Indiana, Josh Jacobs against Kansas City, and Tom Brady. If Tom Brady has another crazy week like he did last week, this could be over. I mean, Keenan Allen against the Jets too. That's a plus matchup, man. Chargers D against the Jets is a plus matchup. I think G's gonna have his hands full this week. But he's got solid plays with Julio Jones against New Orleans, Kareem Hunt against Philadelphia. Justin Herbert gets to go off too against the Jets. I mean, this one's tough to call. Man, tough matchups this week, guys. I'm not gonna be any source of calm or tranquility. It's gonna be a just crazy fun week to watch and keep up with everyone. I'm just gonna go with my gut and say G pulls it off, the win here. Knocks Yassin down a bit, which it's definitely a tough position for Yassin. He's in that 6 seed, that coveted 6 seed, and any loss here could send the losing team to the lower tier that might not make the playoffs. So it's a big match. One of these two teams has a chance to miss the playoffs, definitely, after a loss this week. But yeah, I'm gonna go with G. And just real quick, just to wrap up this episode, my matchup against Ricky, I'm also at the 5-5 record. I'm the 4 seed going against Ricky, the bottom tier 10 seed. Yeah, just real quick, Ricky's gonna rely heavily on Lamar Jackson, Gio Bernard, great pickup, and Darren Waller. And I will rely on Kyler Murray, who already put up a solid 20 points. Miles Sanders, James Robinson, and I'm starting Taysom Hill. That's my tight end flex option. Yeah, I feel this is crazy. Like, thing that never really happens in fantasy. Taysom Hill is the tight end / QB, and so if he's gonna get some QB action this week. He's supposedly starting against Atlanta, which is a good matchup. Might be getting some super flex lead. But yeah, I mean, I'm just starting the best roster I can. I mean, with that, I really don't know how I can lose. Not to talk too much smack, Ricky, but my team is loaded this week, especially with that Taysom Hill play. Like, we'll see, man. Like, projections have me 135 to 113. Sorry, yeah, it's gonna be a blowout, and not really much to say here. I know Ricky just keep fighting for that the playoff moment. Your team can't recover and go off for that Hail Mary toilet bowl play. But yeah, this week ain't gonna happen, brother. It's gonna be short and sweet. And yeah, with that, we have our week 11, man. Good luck to everyone this week. I hope you guys are having a great time enjoying football today and tomorrow night. And good luck to everyone out there. It's gonna be a fun week. Good luck in shaking up the standings, fighting for a playoff spot. And it's just set your lineups. I don't like seeing empty slots on Sunday So do something about that if you can. You know who you are. And real quick, another reminder to pay your dues to the PayPal setup. And only a handful of you guys have actually paid, so try to get everyone in there before playoffs would be fantastic. Alright guys, have a good Sunday, good luck, and peace out.